going on, everybody? Welcome back to Blue Collar Bass and TV. And on today's video, we're going to be taking you guys out and doing a catch, cook, and clean on some trout. You know, we have a limit of 4 that we can catch, so we're going to see if we can hit that many. If not, we'll just break it loose early and show you guys how to clean this trout. And then we're going to bring them back home and show you guys how to cook your trout, okay? So please stay tuned. If you like these type of videos, go ahead and hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button, and then like always, go ahead and hit that notification bell. So folks, what we're going to be throwing today is just a power bait ball. So I think I'm going to go with some rainbow color with some sparkle. We'll see, but anything really works, folks. The thing you want to pay attention to is how I actually rig this power bait. Okay, so I'm using a 16 size treble hook, just a little guy. I'll place the link in the description box to where I got it from. I got it at Walmart. It's a South Bend brand. I keep split shot, which is just the lead weights. I keep that about 12 inches to 18 inches away from the treble hook. Okay, what that's gonna allow to happen is when you throw it out there, those weights are gonna sink to the bottom. Power bait actually floats. So it's gonna raise up to the top, and it's gonna be kind of in the strike zone of where those trout are. Guys, we made it down to the stream. This is just a natural spring that comes out of the mountain. This thing is just beautiful, folks. You can see the grass through the water. This is just awesome. I can't tell yet if they've stocked it or not. We're gonna walk on down and see, but hopefully. Actually, I just seen one jump down here. So that's a good sign if there's movement already. So what I have here is an ultralight spinning rod. This is just a super cheap Shakespeare rod. I think I got this for like 10 bucks. You know, with a little ultralight Shakespeare reel. I just seen one blow up over here. Let's cast this out here and try to see if we can get it. We'll go with the just rainbow with some sparkle. And folks, I don't get a whole lot out. I just get enough to where I can ball it up and cover the hook. You don't need a huge, we're not cooking cookies here. You know, we're trying to catch fish with as small a bait as possible. So just enough to cover that little bitty treble hook. And guys, I think this is like a size 16 or an 18 size treble hook. Might be wrong, but I can link that in the description box below. I just got them from Walmart. They're just South Bend treble hooks. Let's see if we can go after that one that you filmed. And guys, a lot of times, just right after it splashes is when you'll get a bite, because it kind of draws their attention in. There we go. Right there, we got one, folks. That's how you do it, guys. It's simple as that. That is the easiest way to catch trout. This is a pretty nice little one. What I'm going to show you, to get the treble hooks out, you're going to want a disc gorger. And that's what this is. And that's just going to help you to get that out of the fish's stomach or wherever it's lodged at. All right. Whoop. All right, so we just actually got this one right in its mouth. Pretty little trout. Guys, to put these on the stringer, all you do is grab your, if you have a hook style like this, or if you have just the regular string type, you're just gonna go right through the gill plate and then out of its mouth. All right, super easy like that. And guys, if you've never trout fished before, you gotta be careful. Trout do have teeth, so you can't just hold them like a bass. You could, but they're gonna tear your hand up, so just be aware of that. Good little dude, let's get him in the water. All right, so I gotta completely rig this up again since we got the line all hung in the net. And actually, right here you can see this mess right here. So that's not what you wanna do. And folks, to retie, I'm just doing a simple uni knot. Is I just take some split shot. I got some split shot and I'm just taking it and rigging it about, I would say 15 inches up on the line. And what that does is your split shot is gonna sit on the bottom of the stream and it's gonna allow that power bait to float up to the top. Or like eye level with the fish. I don't know why this seems like a mystery to so many people, because it literally states it right on the back of the power bait container itself. Yeah, I put about 2 of these split shot, and I don't really care how heavy it is. I think these are size 7 is what it says. Just enough to actually hold it down. All right, once again, just using the rainbow power bait. What's up, my dude? No, he ain't doing too well. That's okay, we're gonna end up cooking him anyway. If you've never done this before, hopefully you stick around and learn how to do this. It's super easy, it's really fun. Nothing we do here on Blue Collar Bass and TV is hard. So that's what makes it so awesome. Cast out again, just let this sit. And you saw with that last one, I was just messing with my camera and ended up having something on the line, so it's super easy. Folks, this method of fishing is so simple. If you have kids, you want to get into trout fishing, right here it is. Use a spin cast rod. Oh, we might have one right here. Nope. One jump up here. Let's go see if we can get it. That's exactly what we did with this last one. We saw it jump up, we saw it break the surface, and we went after it. So hopefully we can do it again. Folks, one thing I haven't talked about, since these are stocked fish, so they come out of a fish hatchery, a lot of times that's why you have to target your bait towards that feeding that they're getting. So a lot of times their pellets are like brown pellets, and that's their typical food. So they're used to being fed like this. So power bait is very realistic to what they're eating on a daily basis. Just let it sink to the bottom. And guys, I'm using 4-pound test line. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but 4-pound test line. All right, so we already got one in the book. So in Missouri, you can actually keep up to 4 a day. So we catch 3 more. And I'm not gonna stay out here long. We've been out here maybe an hour and a half so far. Might stay out another hour and a half, we'll see. So right now I'm just kind of pulling this slowly across the bottom. It is getting hung up on the weeds, but every single time you pop that loose, a lot of times that's when they'll bite. It actually triggers a reaction. It's kind of like bass fishing. You know, if you're ripping a lipless crankbait through the water or through the grass, it's gonna trigger a reaction. What's up, dude? He's doing a little bit better now. So we had a strike just a second ago. He didn't fully commit though. There we go. There we go, that's a pretty nice one. Number 2. So all I'm doing, so see how he swallowed the whole hook? We're gonna take this little guy and you just slide the line up into its stomach. And you just push in all the way and you get that hook barb to sit seated firmly against it, and you pull it right out. Just like that, guys. Another nice little trout. What's up, dude? Say hi. 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 All right, let's get this guy on the stringer too. We got number 2 on the stringer. So we're gonna have to re-put some bait on. But guys, you have to have this if you're fishing treble hooks. It's gonna save you a lot of time. There we go, number 3, guys. Something wrong with his eye, it looks like. Oh, he's been caught before. All right, number 3. I gotta get him on the stringer too. Say hi. Say hi to YouTube. Now, I picked up this little fillet knife at Walmart. I think it was like $1. Real cheap. All I'm doing just go ahead and start gutting it. You know, right here at the top, right under its gill plate, I poke the knife through and I pull out like that. And then I just insert right in its little, the little hole right here, the cavity. And I just go ahead and start opening it up. I go all the way up to about 2 inches from where its gill plate starts. And guys, all I do now is I take its mouth and where the gill plate is, and this is what makes this version of gutting so much easier. And I just insert my thumb in there and I just rip it open. Okay, one thing you want to be aware of is if there's any other hooks from other fishers or whatever that might still be in here. You want to be aware of that. And I'm just ripping this open. Okay, right there, you have to be a little careful so you don't rip the whole head off. So you just kind of work it, but after that, look, so easy, guys. It just came right out. So look at that. You have the whole gill plate, and it's all of its guts right there. Look how clean this is. Right, its head. That, and see this blood stripe? All you do is take your thumb at the very tail end of the fish right here, insert your thumb up in there to where its spinal cavity is, and I'm just running my thumb up in there, and that just breaks that membrane, and you're able to push all of that blood out of it. Guys, after that, I'm just washing it off down in the creek here. We're down in the river. Guys, like I said, I'm just taking my thumb right down in here and I'm pushing all that blood and stuff right out. And I'm just gonna wash the fish off. Right, look how clean that is. You can't get more cleaner than that, guys. This method, the lower jaw is still intact. That way you can still put it on the stringer. That is another super clean fish. No gill plate, super clean. Now, like I said, we still have our lower jaw, that way we can hook it on our stringer. All right, guys, that's how you clean trout. It doesn't get much easier than that. Now we got a nice little meal here. I don't know if we're gonna smoke these or if we're gonna, fry them up, but we'll see. Okay, guys, we are back in the truck. We just got our 3 fish. Not the 4 that I was hoping, but hey, we got 2 big ones and 1 little one, but they're all gonna make a good meal, guys. So please stay tuned. I'm gonna drive on home and I'm gonna get the kitchen ready, and we already got these things gutted like you saw. Hopefully you guys like that method. If you guys have another method of how you gut your fish, go ahead and put that in the content box below, or the comment box below, and I would love to hear what your method is. Because there is no right or wrong way to do it, but some of these ways can make it a lot easier for you guys. All right, please stay tuned and we'll meet you back in the kitchen. Okay, we are back in the kitchen. I just took the fish, I dumped my cooler into the sink here. Still on the stringer. We're gonna get these things cleaned up, and we're gonna cook them 2 ways. So we're actually gonna fry one up, throw it in some oil, throw some batter on it, fry it up, and then another way we're going to do it is we're actually going to wrap them in aluminum foil and pretty much smoke it. And we're just going to do that in an air fryer. So if you don't have an air fryer, you can actually use your grill, oven, whatever. But essentially, it's going to steam itself inside. Okay, so right now I'm going through just making sure I get all the blood and all the other debris out of the fish. Make it as clean as possible. Okay, once I get it to this point, I am going to cut the head off of it. That way we can stick it in the air fryer. It's going to make it a little bit smaller. So if you don't have a fillet knife, this is an awesome fillet knife. It's an Eagle Claw, and guys, this is like $5. I picked this up at my local Walmart. You can't go wrong, it's cheap. Okay, so we got the head off the fish. Go ahead and clean it up a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna shake the water off the fish, get it as dry as possible. And you could even take paper towel or whatever and make this even more dry. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it over on the aluminum foil. Okay, I'm gonna go get some seasonings. You can pause it. Okay, so when it comes to spices, I keep it really simple. All we need is a little bit of salt and garlic powder. I'm putting this on the inside, put a little bit on the outside, and then I'm gonna take some olive oil and just coat the inside just a little bit. All right, rub a little bit on the outside, and that's all it takes. Go ahead and take the other piece of aluminum foil, and you just want to make sure it's completely wrapped up, because the steam that it creates is what's going to cook this. internally. So it's okay if the tail sticks out like this. We're just gonna throw that in the air fryer. All right, we're gonna throw this in for probably 15 minutes. Okay, for the first type of fish that we made it in the air fryer. It's finally finished. Like I said, I had it on for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and let's see if it is completely done. So yeah, this looks really good. So as you can tell, the skin is literally just flaking right off of it. So that tells me it's nice and done. Yeah, just look at that. And that's all you'll have to do is just flake that skin off. One thing you have to watch out for is trout do have pin bones. So most other fish, they don't have as many bones as trout, but literally along this big piece of meat on top, there's little pin bones. So watch out for those. The rib bones are really easy to get around. You'll just kind of take your fork and flake the meat away from those rib bones. And you can see right here, those rib bones are just right there. And they're large enough to where you're going to catch it really easy. But yeah, that's how you do smoked trout, or just cooked in aluminum foil. Okay, when it comes to seasoning for the breading, all this is just a regular breading. You can use any type of breading to coat your fish. I'm just going to go ahead and put some Old Bay. This is just the original Old Bay. I'm just going to go ahead and a couple dashes, that some seasoned salt, okay, trout's not really salty, so adding seasoned salt always helps out. And then lastly, just black pepper. Okay, so that's the breading, and to get the breading to stick, we're just going to crack an egg into this bowl, and we'll use that to help the breading stick. Okay, so for our second fish, we're actually going to throw this in some batter and actually fillet this up. So I'm just going to start by trying to get around the rib bones here. I'm keeping that as close to the ribs as possible. As you can see, it just kind of pulls right away. I'm just going to go ahead and cut across right there. Everything else is kind of just scrap. As you can tell, we have two nice fillets here. Go ahead and cut the head off too. Okay, that leaves us with the two halves. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out this dorsal area. Okay, so there we have the two halves, and what I mentioned before about the pin bones, I can actually feel the pin bones if I run my hand across here. They're right along this little line right here. That's what it looks like. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in for, we'll go 10 minutes. 10 minutes on 400 and we'll see what it looks like. And we'll be back. All right, here we go. After 10 minutes, these things are done because they're super thin. Look at that, those look really good. Break it open so you guys can see the meat. Oh yeah. All right, my blue collar people, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, also the notification bell. That way I can bring you guys more videos just like. So this was a catch, clean and cook. And if you like these type of videos, go ahead and put that in the comment box below. Also, any other videos that you would like to see that are similar to this, or any other ideas for videos, go ahead and place that in the comment box below as well. And stay tuned for those next videos. I'm gonna be doing some, possibly some more trout fishing videos like this. Also some bass fishing videos. Hopefully, if the weather, stays like it is right now. But yeah, stay tuned for that next video.